here on a very special morning in Newport, Rhode Island for the 2025 Audrain Tour d'Elegance. And we're here with Lange and Söhne and none other than Mr. Wilhelm Schmid. Tell us a little bit about the car before we head in.
It's not my car, unfortunately, but it's a German car.
Perfect.
It's a little Porsche 356 convertible. And I think, you know, for the road and the weather, I couldn't imagine a more perfect car.
All right.
You ready to go?
Let's do it. So here's a quick brief of the Tour d'Elegance. It's part of the Audrain Newport Concours Motor Week, a tradition born in 2019, celebrating everything around the automobile. Each year, more than 100 of the world's most beautiful cars take to the roads of Newport, from pre-war legends to modern masterpieces, spanning nearly a century of design. The mission for me today? Ride in a vintage Porsche with Wilhelm as a driver. As a Lange guy myself, this will certainly be a fun morning. This car is spectacular, though. I mean, how does it feel to drive it right now?
No, they're great. You know, they're nimble, they're light, the brakes work, they're not overpowered.
So, I mean, I have to ask you, what's on your wrist today?
It's the white gold 1815 chronograph rattrapant perpetual calendar.
Spectacular.
You know, with the pink gold dial.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to love the watch, actually.
And this one was limited, right? This
100.
100, yeah.
100.
So obviously this is so exciting. This is Lange's third year sponsoring the Audrain Concours. What is it with Lange and cars?
If you look at these cars, they're usually handmade by very skilled people.
Yeah.
Even today, you need very skilled people to keep them up on the road, because it's not like, you know, you can take the mechanic from around the corner and they can repair the car. So it's craftsmanship at its best for cars. And for me, it's always amazing. I mean, there are some cars here that are probably now 100 years old. Or our car here is almost as old as I. And still people look at it and they say, what a gorgeous design.
Yeah.
That makes a consumable into a collectible. And then the third element is history. All of these cars, and often the owners as well, they can share a story with you. And if you look at Lange and Söhne, and then our brand established on its heritage, our very unique history, its design, you know, the very German approach on watchmaking, and for sure it's craftsmanship. You know, that's why we need so many people to produce so few watches. And that's the common ground, and that I think is interesting for our clients. They may not be car guys, but they can understand why we bring them here. These are passionate people. But the challenge with passionate people is they will easily recognize, are you really passionate about what you do? So if you're not passionate, they will spot that, and then it's not authentic, it's not genuine.
So I know, Wilhelm, you've been a car guy, you know, your whole life.
Yes.
And you know, watches as well. But
yes.
But I think watches for you too also came at a pretty young age.
Yeah.
In addition to just
Yes.
loving cars.
I think I inherited the love for cars. The passion for watches is really something which I didn't inherit, I developed.
This is a bit cheesy of a question, but you know, if you had to compare this to any particular Lange, how would you like?
What would that be the Saxonia?
Okay.
Because it does the job all the time. It's a great thing. I mean, we drive here in a car, I would say that's from 62, 63.
Yeah.
Think about it. I mean, that's old as me, and I'm old.
Now on to the new. Coinciding with the car-filled weekend is the introduction of two 40mm onyx stone dialed Saxonia thins in platinum, as well as Lange's proprietary honey gold. It's the first time we've seen a Saxonia thin in either of these case metals, and Wilhelm thinks that these might just be the best tuxedo watches to come out of Glashütte.
You know, onyx is as we all know, is a natural stone, a very difficult material to work with.
Yeah.
The onyx dials, they're so unforgiving. So that's the next level. And as we developed the first ones, we said to go through that steep learning curve for just one watch. So we said we take the other watch, which probably is the ultimate tuxedo watch. You know, the most formal thing you can have, which is the thin. And in two combination, we haven't used in a long time. So we haven't used platinum. I think we've never used honey gold on a thin.
I mean, yeah, because the only honey gold sort of slim case you guys have done was the 1815 thin.
Yes.
For the 175th.
And the 1815 was the absolute hit. Remember, I mean, people go crazy about that two-hand watch
Yes. Oh,
because the proportions are just, and the dial and the whole combination, the finish and the movement, is just,
I can never stop staring at that thing.
No,
I mean, this is the Saxonia thin in honey gold with the jet black dial. Same with the platinum, that like sort of cold contrast is just, it's theatrical, you know,
Absolutely.
in a sense. And the copper blue, for the longest time, I had always said was the tuxedo watch because it was a little showy, it was a little dazzly. You guys have done really well with jet black dials between onyx and Grand Fou enamel.
Exactly.
You guys are going all out, you know, which I think for Lange fans, it's long overdue.
TanTan, don't forget, these are the most difficult dials to work with. Black doesn't forgive anything.
That's right, yeah. I loved hearing about with the Lange one last year. Part of the allocation was really much targeted towards newer clients.
Yes.
You know, and I think that's very special. And is it going to be similar with the Saxonia thin?
In the last 3-4 years, there are a lot of newcomers into the brand. So the idea is to allocate a certain proportion of these watches really to people new and fresh to the brand. There is one common denominator amongst Lange collectors.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter whether you come with a Grand Complication
Yep.
or a Saxonia thin, you're part of the family.
Yes, absolutely.
And if somebody knows that you went out of your way to get one of these watches, you gain respect.
Yeah.
You know, you are just part of it.
Maybe we can get some of Wilhelm's quick takes, you know, I think.
Let's try.
Yeah, let's try and let's see how this goes,
Yes.
you know? Let's start. Favorite case metal?
Platinum.
Platinum, okay. Favorite lumen dial execution?
Datograph, up and down.
Favorite complication?
Chronograph.
Okay. 1815 or Saxonia?
1815.
1815. Favorite person to work with?
All my direct reports.
Amazing.
I really
good answer,
mean that.
good answer. Favorite Handwerkskunst model?
Zeitwerk.
Oh, yeah.
Zeitwerk. For different reasons than you would expect.
Interesting, okay.
The escapement is made the Glashütte way, which was gold.
Yep, mm-hmm.
And we only do that execution on the Grand Complication. So the Zeitwerk, Handwerkskunst and the Grand Complications are the only watches with the Glashütte escapement. And for that simple reason, I just think that is so rare, so different, and so damn difficult as we did it, because we underestimated. And now we know why they stopped doing it out of gold. It's not the ideal material for it.
What is one thing that you do outside of Lange HQ?
When the weather allows, there's a nice little footpath up to the mountain. I go up there for lunch and go through a few emails and just enjoy the view.
Wilhelm, this was absolutely a pleasure to drive.
Hard work today, wasn't it?
Not too shabby. This was the best Uber ride I've ever had in my life.
Great weather, nice people, passion everywhere. You know, what can be more perfect? You were a good co-pilot, a lousy navigator though.